Hello people, Linker here, and today Absolute Carnage dropped on test with patch 1.56. We have a lot of talk about starting from Kren to the right. You can see him over here. Can't pass my cursor over here. By AFK Insider. Thank you, AFK Insider, for the data mining. We have some of his abilities. I have a little bit of information, but it's not confirmed. It's all hypothesis, so I don't want to talk about it quite yet. What I have to tell you, yeah, he will be similar to AFKaRena, the kind of Mauler that we will be looking for, a carry. Now, Maulers have plenty of carries. None of them are completely viable to the point where you see them used mainstream. The best Mauler, hands down, has to be Skriath, which is usually used for support. So this guy, depending on the scalings, you want to keep an eye open for this guy. So what he'll be able to do is, with the right support, probably stuff like Cassus might be viable with him. We'll have to wait and see. Leica, obviously, maybe finding a fragment from those Aeronces. This guy will be able to land a lot of control and heavy AoE damage. Looking forward to see Kren test Kren. We'll have a follow-up video when that comes to live. And next up, Barnafold Trials. Alright, that's normal. Adjusted Trampling Highlands, alright, that is great, so that means a new artifact. And if we talked about Kren in the context of Carnage, we have Carnage, a new warrior class exclusive artifact. It'll have to compete with Chaosbringer. That's no easy competition. That artifact is beast. It gets haste, gets attack, gets accuracy. So I'm already speculating this will have a very hard time fighting, and I don't even know the abilities. Obviously, if anything big comes up, I'll let you people know. But Carnage coming in for the Warriors will have heavy, stiff competition from Chaosbringer. We'll have to wait and see how good exactly it is. New Misty Valley, Fabled Realm featured Twisted Realm. Alright, so this part a lot of people has been asking me about. What is the meaning of the vision status of Legend? Now, you can interpret it in many ways. Legends obviously is like the top 50. It could be for the rewards. It could be that you do Legends fighting where there's the positioning and just like kick off people with doing higher damage. It could be many things. The truth is, we don't know. We don't know. We'll have to wait to see that drop. I've seen initial data mining introduce the idea that this might be reward based, meaning that once you're above level 300, 400, you just get better rewards and you just compete for the top slots. But we don't know. Okay, adjusted floor hierarchy for Twisted Realm. Okay, so this is the type of thing that people have been asking me a lot. Linker, do I level or do I farm my lower Twisted Realm floor? Which used to be a strategy when the floors were a little bit different. So at the time, when you pass floor 300, you group with people up to 374, which means your damage would be significantly reduced. Now, they were looking to implement this for a while. They were looking to have all the floors together for a while, just kind of fragment them. This should really set the nail in the coffin, if I understand correctly. This means that you should level as soon as you can, basically. Because if they really change the hierarchy in the way that they planned initially, what will happen is that you'll have more fragmentation, and this should mean that you'll be competing with players around your level. So banking XP is used to be good, right now less good than it was. Mythic Trick used to be good, but I was always about the positive feedback loop that you get from leveling fast, then passing a stage, getting more rewards, and then getting the XP to level even faster. So it's kind of a positive feedback loop, gives you more progress end game. Using your XP just got buffed, pop those chests, level up, and have fun. Big change will be resetting division damage data for all Twisted Realm bosses. Okay, dynamic damage division shall be in effect first time each boss appears, meaning rules will revert back to normal. Okay, so that's a little thing they implemented every time they really change Twisted Realm. You'll have this one time where the leaderboards are a little bit different, but the main change has to be the hierarchy. So if I understand this correctly, and this is speculation, but it should be more floors, which means that you should level now when you can. That's basically that. New Odin boss, that's awesome. We'll have to update you on strategies once that drops. The meta's a little stale, so most static bosses, they have the Mordas E++ plus some whatever carries you have, basically. We'll have to wait and see what works with this one. Obviously, stuff like Ice Shamira needs fragmentation of heroes like Aziz to stop the ult. We'll see what the meta develops with this one. Always awesome to have more bosses. And a new reinforcements event. Now, I have a little bit of information about that one. You do a trial for a hero, and then you kind of have them all group up. This will be an social kind of event, which means that there's some aspect of player competition. I can't say much more than that. I don't even know much more than that. But what I do know is this will probably be some sort of martial ratings, and you people should prepare for it by keeping up the good heroes you have, learning on PvP, watch some of those videos on the channel, and let's go. This is what my channel is for. For specific, refer to in-game rules. We'll see that tomorrow. This I'm unhappy about. This is going to be a hot take. Subscribers, like people that have the subscription privileges to Lilith. By the way, have you subscribed to this channel? That's free. Always best rewards. People that subscribe to Lilith with the subscription privileges, they'll be able to skip lab. Now, that's annoying because this is a burnout address here. They know that doing labs often is really annoying, so what they do is they give you 100% rewards if you skip one maze. So you can do a maze basically once every 4 days, receive the very same rewards, and it's just kind of annoying that they put it behind a wall. So VIP 30 and higher will have additional chance to accumulate missed rewards if they miss Arcane Labyrinth, and then you get the 100% bonus, which means that you'll have basically 1 in 4 days lab if you are subscribed. Pretty annoying if you ask me. I think this should be a global thing. I think they shouldn't have it so that free-to-play players have to burn out. It's just my opinion. And number of duelist tiers adjusted, I don't know. I've been banking so many of these at this point, so like, I guess that's good, allowing you to use more duelist tier if you skip. Maybe that's strategy for new players that just unlocked the Arcane Dismal Lab. They can skip one of them and then do the other. Have a lot of tiers for that, perhaps completed. By the way, if you're just starting out, remember you can skip some of the fights. If you get to floor 2 and just skip even some of the multi-fights, you still get better rewards than normal lab. Players should now receive 10 companion points. That's wonderful. So you can receive a maximum of 50, so you can't reset this obviously. This is not abusable, but this is good nonetheless. Might lead to some whales kind of opening up their friend status to allow some people to merc from them. Like if you're a person that usually only added whales, we might add some people that are a little lower so that they can add from you. Overall, good change in my opinion. Allows more summons too, which is great. It's now possible to see equipping certain artifact by tapping on it from the player's bag. Alright, that is good. That will allow you to shuffle stuff around from the bag instead of doing it from the campaign page or just having to scroll back and forth. Custom legendary furniture scrolls can be sold in bulk in the workshop. Okay. Optimize aesthetic of monthly card chest, fix an issue that was causing mercenary combat rating to display values that were lower than the actual values. So this is one thing. I know a couple people that are working on figuring out the power formula. This might have staggered them. Obviously, once we have the complete power formula, I'll update you people because this means a lot as for scaling resources, everything. But this is just a minor change about mercenaries. Next up, we have adjustments to talk about, starting with Rezel. So the demonic assault is calculated when stealing the target. The full value stated by the ability is now stalling, ignoring attack rating debuffs on the target currently been affected by. So this is something that mostly is going to affect campaign and tower. We see Rezel kind of being able to find a good role in TR, where you have a bunch of buffers. But in plenty of places in campaign, you use something like a Tassie, the levels just reduce and then he steals less. So this is going to be mostly in campaign and TR, slightly higher viability, not huge anyways, because still the issues remain the same issues, you know, even if you steal 10% more attack, 10% less, you still like the same kind of Rezel. It doesn't do enough usually. Though I have been seeing people invest in him like all the way 9 out of 9, and then he kind of becomes a viable kind of semi-side carry thing in Zell's Graveborn. I'll be on the lookout for that, but that's not a huge change. Second, Feral, after buffing the furniture, this is a little signature move, the double buff. They hit us with Lucretia, now they're doing Feral. We'll refer to Ghastly Hunting in the game. Have to wait and see how that goes, but Feral, I don't think needed the buff. Got a buff anyways. Might be another Lucretia case on our hands. Queen, okay, so we knew that Queen is not performing like we anticipated. This is something that a lot of people asked me about. From the start I said that Joker is going to be better. A lot of people hyped Queen, but I told you guys Joker will be better. Now Queen is going to be fixed so that it's going to be as intended. I still think her issues remain the issues. She's kind of clunky, hard to fit. She's kind of this stall stun tank that doesn't really fit in the meta as it is right now. But we'll look forward to see how his Queen's role in the meta is going to change as a result of this change. I do not anticipate it's going to be too big. Biggest change here has to be Feral, the fact they are rebuffing the guy. Like, I don't know. They even say strengthen, which scares me because they usually just say changed and buff it. When they say strengthen, this really scares me because Lilith doesn't do nerfs. And when they specify strengthened, I'm a little bit afraid. But for now, I think these are great patch notes, especially the new event and the fact that they're not rushing to add a whole bunch of stuff. This is mostly like tiny changes, like allowing people to level normally in Twisted Realm, allowing people to just kind of have more rewards from the lab, adding one event, not many. I think these are the tiny quality of life changes, especially seeing the artifact, stuff like that, is overall the direction the game should be heading as they're heading towards big changes in the future. For now, I hope you people like this. I'm looking forward to see Kren test him and tell you all about it, but I've been Linker. Peace.